Is it actually possible Amazon's earnings could be a snooze fest without any type of movement? We'll see in this video and in tomorrow's session. This is Corey Rosaloom, and you're watching the Theo Nightly video for January 31st, 2019. Amazon closed at roughly $17.18. Right now, after the earnings, Amazon is $17.18. Wow. That's interesting, given that the expected move, as we look at it through our option statistics, was, or is, 93% implied volatility for an up or down move, just shy of $90. Well, when the market is right where it closed after an earnings release, that's not $90. That will be the focal point for tomorrow's session, and in Amazon and other stocks that are reporting earnings right now. We'll talk about these and, of course, Facebook, and update the key levels. But first, again, Amazon just reported their earnings and revenue a little bit better than expected, and the stock went all the way to $17.77, all the way back to $1,700. This is the 1 minute chart, and it's finishing up, at least as of this video, about 15 minutes after market close at $17.20. That's again where the market closed. Now, let's take a look at our trade. We can see the option statistics. A lot of traders were active in this stock today, and that makes sense. Some of you were as well, probably. The Sizzle index is 3, just shy of 3, which means that's about 3 times the daily option plays. We can see that both in the calls a little bit higher than the puts. And I think that's going to disappoint a lot of traders, especially those with positions up above 1800 or down beneath 1700, 1650, thereabout. And that's, of course, if Amazon still will remain an open tomorrow session roughly where it closed. And that's Amazon. Let's jump up to our daily chart, look at our expected move plays for Amazon and what to look forward to Friday and beyond. And for Amazon, we'll just zoom in on the daily chart of the most recent activity. Here again are the expected moves from our volatility chart. Implied volatility just above 1800 and just above 2025 thereabout. We have a horizontal line at about 1600 because it is a powerful price pivot. So watch Amazon shares at this 1610 or thereabout support level. Also watch the share prices at just above 1700. And we have a prior price high and a round number and the option expected move from our earnings play today. Now, of course, after the market opens, we can certainly have some additional movement, but all we know is what we know right now, that Amazon has, at the moment, stayed roughly where it closed after an earnings release. That is certainly unusual for a stock this size. If you're trading Amazon and watching the future play out, let's look at some key price levels. Again, 1600, 1700 is our trading range. We can even draw a reference rectangle and draw this little spot here. So that is, again, the gravity spot, or the magnet, which is roughly 1650 for Amazon shares. It's been pulling price toward it on each little push away from to the upside or the downside. Our most recent V-spike reversal with the market took us right back into this zone. So we would like Amazon to push above to be bullish, especially 1800. That would open up some swing trades toward 1900 or the prior high, but that hasn't happened yet. So given the information we have, we still have to be cautious, protective, defensive, as the stock chops around its 1600 and 1700 rectangle range. Be careful with there. Iron condors may be outside these levels. And we did have earnings on Facebook. Now, it is the exact opposite of Amazon. Amazon, as of this video, has done nothing. Facebook, we'll jump inside of it and see how it reacted. Here's our move into Facebook. This is our earnings. Jump to the upside, right? We were in the Theo chat after the market closed, pushed up toward 160, got all the way to its expected move, roughly 167, 1675, and then has stalled overnight session there. In today's session, we pushed away from it and then jumped right back up. This brings us to our daily chart breakout for Facebook. And if we can hold above our 200-day simple moving average, that's about 167, under 170 per share, that does indicate potential for upside play. Now watch those in conjunction with the Nasdaq, with Amazon and other names that are either reported or will soon report. However, Facebook shares could easily come down away from this 170 achieved pivot, and that would push us into a short position or otherwise defensive intraday sell positions or option positions in out spreads, buying puts on the way down. 160 is a decent target, maybe even filling the gap toward 150. Either way, whatever option play or plan or strategy you're doing on a short-term basis, trade the departure from 170 in Facebook. The next stock to watch on earnings after this week is going to be Google, or Alphabet. I still call it Google. That's coming up next week. It, like Amazon, is still in a sideways trading range. The market is too. Same V-spike reversal, same chop. You can even draw a same rectangle. For Google shares, that's going to place it roughly 1050 and 1100. That's the spot markers for Google. And the thought process is, if above 1125, which breaks prior highs and the rectangle, you can easily see Google push up to this 1200 level. And if we break under 1050, 1025, that opens up multiple short sell pathways toward 1000. So we don't expect a whole lot to happen until the price breaks free of this gravity spot, magnet, or level. Until then, chop or range-based trades, in this case a fade up against the moving average, would be the preferred play, with any type of stop losses being triggered above 1130, 1135, and the like. So range contraction, range expansion, but we are in contraction mode until proven otherwise. And we'll finish up with a quick update of our S&P. In the last video from Tuesday, we talked about if the market gets above 263 or 2626, that leads to a push rapidly higher. We got that rapid push higher on Wednesday. So up away from 2626 triggers a move toward dawn spot, gravity spot, 2682. That happened on Wednesday. And the thought process above that, the next arrow I drew, was this 2700. Not a lot of movement, 20-point movement up, but 20 points we got. We got it in today's session. And so we play the game again. If above 2700, expect 2750. That's your moving average. This goes with the other stocks, Amazon, Google, and the others, and maybe a short play against there. Otherwise, if we can get above 2750, impossible as that may seem at the moment, this rectangle we have pushing up into this magnet spot could play all the way to 2800 or just above it. Dawn's gravity spot is 2811, just above 2800. Remember, gravity spots are not necessarily round numbers, but they are points where the market gravitates toward and then trades toward or away from. The key spots where the funds meet and prices are set. And so price moves toward or away from those. That's the intraday play. And we'll finish with the Nasdaq. And again, same logic. Our magnet spot has been achieved, 6,900, just shy of 7,000 in today's session. And that's still our rectangle, magnet, or gravity point. We don't have the same gravity levels, but the logic is the same. Price gravitates toward them, and when pulled or pushed away from them, they do get pulled back. And that's what's happening here in the Nasdaq. So this will give us a short-term play to trade the chop or any type of future break. Don't think that's going to happen necessarily, but if it does, must be prepared, or under 6,600. So we do expect chop range and consolidation, unless at any point in the future we are under 6,600 or above 7,000. As always, be careful, be safe, watch the pre-market activity, and watch dawn session as we deal with Amazon and other main earnings. This is Corey Rosenblum with your Theo Nightly video for January 31st, 2019. Take care.